With our best Infiniti selection of the season, there's never been a better time to get into the luxury brand known for standing out. Visit your retailer now at the Infiniti Limited Engagement Spring Event, featuring exceptional offers on all models. Lease an Infiniti G Sedan for only $289 a month. Infiniti, inspired performance.
From News 19, this is Friends at 5 with Darcy Strickland, Andrea Mock, and South Carolina's weatherman, Jim Gandy.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today for Friends at 5. I'm Andrea Mock.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy in for Darcy, whom you'll see later in the show, we promise.
She is going to be with us. Okay, we were all holding our breath last night, waiting for the Gamecocks to take the field. It didn't happen. It got rained out. So this is now a big weekend for USC baseball. Now, last night they were rained out. They made up that game earlier today. Unfortunately, USC did lose that game 5-2. We're talking about the game with LSU. The teams are both ranked in the top 10 in the country, and this is going to decide the seedings for next week's SEC tournament.
Okay, but at least they've got another game coming up.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the teams, so the second game is scheduled for 7 tonight. That's when we'll have another chance for them.
And they should be able to get that game in without any problem, because as we take a look at our Max Storm Doppler radar, there's no rain in the area. We continue to see some sprinkles over here in the PD region and the coastal region. That's where most of the clouds are, and that's where they have been for a good part of the day. We are beginning to get drier air in here. We've seen some sunshine late this afternoon. That's helped to warm us up. We're now at 75 in Columbia as well as in Sumter. A little bit more clouds down in Orangeburg. There at 70 degrees. 73 over in Augusta, 75 up in Rock Hill, and one of the warmer readings over in Greenwood there at 77 degrees. Now tonight, skies should be partly cloudy. We're expecting a cool night down to 57 degrees. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow, warming up to 83 in the afternoon with a northeast breeze. Then tomorrow night back down to 57. And here's the way things look now. It looks like it's going to be dry through the weekend. 82 degrees on Saturday with a few more clouds coming in, becoming mostly cloudy on Monday. Right now only a slight chance of a shower, but the better chance for rain looks like it's now going to hold off until Tuesday. We'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, high of 85 degrees. And that chance for rain will be with us into Wednesday with a high of 86. We'll take a look at the 7-day forecast a little later.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. We have some important information to get to right away. 2 companies in our state are now recalling nearly 7,000 pounds of ground beef, which possibly could be contaminated with E. coli. The South Carolina Meat Poultry Inspection Department says that the recall is for products from Lancaster Frozen Foods in Lancaster, of course, and GW, which is in Hickory Grove. Now, products subject to recall were produced between March 2nd and May 11th at Lancaster Frozen Foods, and then between March 2nd and April 12th at G&W. The ground beef was delivered to stores right here in South Carolina. Luckily, though, so far no illnesses have been reported.
Well, the State House Ethics Committee says it's not reopening an investigation into a complaint against Governor Nikki Haley, at least not right now, but they do want more information. This comes after a resolution from Richland County Democrat Representative James Smith asking them to look into the complaint again. The committee went into executive session for nearly an hour to get advice from an attorney after hearing from Smith and Haley's lawyer. Smith says finding probable cause and then immediately dismissing the complaint raised questions about the investigation among lawmakers and the public. Several committee members say they voted to find probable cause to allow the public access to information from the investigation.
And that's why one of the major reasons that we said probable cause, because we wanted the public to have the information that we had from doing the investigation that had been done by our staff.
And I think it is absolutely inconsistent to say that on one hand there's probable cause and in the second moment dismiss the complaint. And the law doesn't allow for that. And it was important to bring this before the committee and have them, I believe, take some action to rectify it. I think whether they call it reopening or not, clearly they're pursuing additional evidence on something that they purportedly dismissed.
Haley's attorney called the situation a political witch hunt. Neither Haley nor John Rainey, the Republican who filed the complaint, attended today's meeting.
The unemployment rate here in the Palmetto State has dropped for the 9th straight month. That's some great news. The Department of Employment and Workforce says South Carolina's jobless rate was 8.8% in April, down from 8.9% in a month before. The state added 13,500 jobs last month. The only sector to see a decrease in jobs was our government. Marion County maintained the state's highest unemployment rate at 16.8%, while Greenville County had the lowest at just 7%.
Well, the Postal Service is moving forward with a $2.1 billion cost-saving plan to consolidate postal plants over the next 2 years. The consolidations are set to begin in July. The plans will mean slower delivery for most of your mail, but not until 2014. The cuts will be limited in 2012, with 48 plants slated to consolidate or close in July and August, affecting 5,000 employees. The only 2 closings near us are in Florence, which actually means that we'll see an increase in mail at the Columbia Mail Processing Center. When the plan is fully implemented at the end of 2014, 229 plants will consolidate or close, and 28,000 jobs will be gone.
20 jurors deliberating in John Edwards' campaign corruption trial are going home for the weekend and will continue their discussions on Monday. A judge dismissed the jurors after they deliberated for about 5 hours today. Edwards is accused of using money from wealthy donors to hide his pregnant mistress during his run for the 2008 White House. If convicted, Edwards could face up to 30 years in prison and a $1.5 million fine.
Well, a big day for Facebook as stock started trading today and is now available to the general public for the first time. The social networking site, which was started in a college dorm room 8 years ago, is valued at more than $100 billion. Wearing his trademark hoodie, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg symbolically opened trading on the NASDAQ stock market this morning. On Zuckerberg's Facebook page, under recent activity, it now appears a post Mark listed FB on NASDAQ. And thanks to Facebook, Bono will soon be overtaking Sir Paul McCartney as the richest man in rock. Bono's equity firm, Elevation Partners, will bought part of Facebook in 2009. That $90 million investment only brought 2.3% of Mark Zuckerberg's company, but Bono's shares are now worth $1.5 billion. That alone is more than the Beatles' bass player. McCartney is currently worth roughly 665 million pounds.
All right, if you are wondering where our friend Darcy Strickland is today, she is out having lots of fun at the Black Expo. There's all sorts of celebrities and events this weekend. And of course, Darcy's always where all the hot action is going on. Darcy, what do we got going on there so far?
Hey Andrea, hey Jen. We're at the Taste of Black Columbia, one of the kickoff events for Black Expo 2012, and we're just in time for all of the setup. As you can see for yourself, we showed up in time for a sound check by award-winning artist Jonathan Butler. He is the premier artist for tonight's event that is going to showcase some of the best chefs in Columbia. So you can come out tonight, enjoy some great music, some great food, and it is for a great cause. Part of the proceeds from tonight's event are going to support the James R. Clark Sickle Cell Foundation, as well as the South Carolina HIV/AIDS Foundation. So we're excited. Lots and lots of folks know Jonathan Butler, know how awesome his music is, and I'm just pleased that he could be a part of Friends at 5. The event starts tonight at 7 o'clock. As I mentioned, the preparation begins. As you can see, my friend over here is getting one of the many adult beverage stations. That's what I'm gonna call it, because we may have some kids watching tonight. One of the many adult beverage stations set up. So we'll be here for you guys through 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. And again, it's the start, one of the kickoff events for Black Expo 2012 here at the Columbia Museum of Art in downtown Columbia. Andrea, Jen?
I saw OJ and cranberry juice there, Darcy. There's OJ, cranberry juice, water. It's fine.
You know, adult beverage station. Juice, water, Sprite.
I need
the
you
adults drink.
I know you're having a hard time hearing us, but I need you to do me one favor. I know there's a lot of Bravo fans watching who will know who Chef Erica Davis is from Bravo's Top Chef. Can you please find her and bring her to Friends at 5? Are we looking for her in the bushes? Perhaps, Darcy. Maybe we lost her. Maybe Chef Erica Davis is hiding behind those bushes.
Maybe
I'm not quite sure.
Message.
Yeah.
She's off already.
She's off looking. Yeah, she was searching behind those bushes. The weather is going to be nice outside for a show at Tin Roof tomorrow night at the Vista. In the Vista, everyone's talking about this. You can see Blues Traveler on the stage outside tomorrow starting at 6 o'clock. Of course, they're a Grammy Award-winning group, platinum-selling rock band. Blues Traveler is celebrating their 25th anniversary with the release of their 11th album called Susie Cracks the Whip. Tickets are just $22. Gates open at 5:30 tomorrow night at Tin Roof, and Gamecock fans are going to get in a little cheaper.
You bring in your baseball ticket, you actually get their tickets for $15, which trying to give a little bit of love to the Gamecocks and support them in their run for the postseason.
Well, Columbia favorite Patrick Davis is going to be opening up for Blues Traveler, and gates open at 5:30 at Tin Roof tomorrow. And if you don't know who they are, they sing that great song Run Around and have had a lot of other hits. I would sing it for you, but I don't want to get yelled at.
I know a lot of people excited about that, though.
It's going to be a cool concert.
Well, what goes better with music than food, and nothing tastes quite as good as a delicious burger right off the grill in the summer.
Oh, I agree. I love a good burger. But if you don't have enough time to fire up the grill in your backyard, or you're always out of propane, doesn't that always happen? The good news is you can find some of the best burgers in the country right here in our state, and the best ones in our state are right here in Columbia. So we are going to tell you what burgers are the most notable here in Columbia, but we also want your opinion. We want to know which burger you think is best. So you can join us on Facebook right now. Jennifer and I are going to be taking your comments and talking about what the best burger is. I have not been paid for this endorsement, but if you go to, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. If you go to Polly's Front Porch and get what's called the Isle of Palms burger, it comes with pimento cheese and jalapeno bacon, and you can get it on a pretzel burger.
That sounds too spicy for me, but it does sound very delicious.
If anybody is watching from there and they would like at Polly's Front Porch and they would like to bring us one of those, we would absolutely love it.
I'm sure it tastes good.
It's very good. And they have sweet potato fries.
A
pretzel bun. It tastes just like a soft
I've never
pretzel.
heard of that before.
Yes. And you can replace the burger with the chicken breast if you want to. I go there frequently.
Oh, a more healthy option.
Brady likes it there too. All right, coming up next, we've had some showers. We had some sprinkles today. Showers this week. Jim's going to be back to let us know if things look all clear for your forecast.
And, well, stick around for Friends at 5. We'll have more of weather and lots of other news coming up after the break.
Toyota Center must sell 250 pre-owns this month, regardless of profit. Buy 2011 Camrys for $16,990. $16,990. Plus, get a warranty at no charge. Toyota Center in West Columbia, where we always give you more for your trade.
Serving Columbia for over 30 years, Pope Davis Tire and Service has joined the Tire Pros family of independent tire dealers to serve you even better. You'll get the same professional experience you've come to expect. Plus, you'll also get competitive pricing on a wide selection of high-quality tires like Michelin. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. Even better, you'll also get the industry's strongest warranty package. Stop by one of 6 Pope Davis Tire Pros and Discount Tire Pros of West Columbia locations today.
Only one full-size pickup has better V8 fuel efficiency than Ford, Dodge, and Toyota. Dare to compare at your Midlands Chevy dealers. Silverado delivers 22 highway MPG, plus the lowest cost of ownership, a stronger powertrain, and all these special features. Get 0 APR up to 60 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash, or get up to 5,500 total savings. See Love, Herndon, Capitol Jones, Ferry, Wilson, Prothrow, Stokes Trader, or Heritage Chevrolet.
By now, you might have heard about My Essentials, the items you buy most at Food Lion's lowest prices. Well, now My Essentials are priced even lower, so you can save big on the basics. Great choice. It's one of my daughter's favorites.
Mine too. And they really make it easy to save.
And saving's important when you have growing kids around.
You should see your brothers.
My Essentials. It's just another way Food Lion helps you save even more every day.
It's Kia Mania at JT's Kia, and JT, this place is hopping.
That's why we call it Kia Mania. The word is out.
People love this Forte.
Oh, great gas mileage, better warranty than the competition, and it costs less.
So what kind of deal are we talking about?
$109 a month.
Are you serious or are you kidding?
$109 a month.
I think he's serious.
It's Kia Mania. We won't say no to nothing.
And he's giving away a new soul. Come in and register. Killeen Road, I-77, jtskia.com.
Hi, I'm Ray Tanner, head coach of the back-to-back national champion Gamecocks. I want to tell you about another winning team in downtown Columbia, Bathfitter. Bathfitter has 28 years of remodeling experience. Whether you want to update your tub or shower or you need a complete bath remodel, Bath Fitter is sure to be a home run. Call Bath Fitter today to get the best quality and service in the business, or stop by their showroom at 401 UG Street, right around the corner from Carolina Stadium. Bath Fitter, make your new bathroom a reality today.
Get the all-new Toyota Center family plan with every new and used Toyota. Buy your new and used Toyota with lifetime engine guarantee and lifetime oil changes.
Remember, we always give you more for your trade. Get the family plan at Toyota Center in West Columbia.
Well, today there was some question, particularly with some light rain moving in late this morning, but that has moved on now. We still have some very light rain showers over in the PD region. Most of the rain is offshore right now. And also there's quite a bit of shower and thunderstorm activity occurring through parts of western North Carolina into eastern Tennessee. That is not headed our way because we've got a little bit of dry air now beginning to come down through North Carolina into South Carolina. And temperatures are beginning to respond with the sun beginning to come out. 75, of course, here in Columbia, as well as in Greenville. 73 in Augusta. Knows a little bit cooler along the coast because of the clouds, but warmer once you go to the west and the sun comes out. Here's what we've been looking at. High pressure to our north, a lot of sunshine over the midsection of the country. We have had this one little pesky low off the coast. That's what's been driving a lot of the moisture inland. You can see the clouds, but most of the rain now is north of that system up in the Outer Banks region, but we still will persist with some of the clouds into the evening hours. But skies will be becoming partly cloudy tonight as drier air begins to work its way in, and we should see a nice day tomorrow. Here's our forecast for the Midlands. We're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies. We're not expecting any more rain, but it'll be cool tonight. Low temperature 55 degrees in Newberry and Winnsboro. The high tomorrow of 82 in Winnsboro, 83 in Newberry. And for Columbia, we're expecting a low temperature of 57 with a high tomorrow of 83. And of course, with drier air, it's going to feel nice tomorrow. 56 for a low in Bishopville, 58 degrees in Orangeburg. And the high temperatures tomorrow will be in the low 80s. Here's our 7-day forecast. Looks like the weekend's going to be dry, but then the clouds begin to return on Monday with a high of 87. Our best chance for rain looks like it's going to be Tuesday and also on Wednesday. A chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly afternoon and evening. Temperatures continue to increase, and so does the humidity. By the end of the week, temperatures will be in the upper 80s, and it's going to feel more like summer. Now let's go over to Andrea and Jennifer.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. We've been talking about this on Facebook every day. He might be one of the most recognizable faces in comedy. You know him from CNN. You know him from Kings of Comedy, Scrubs, Hawaii Five-0. The list goes on and on.
It does. Thank you for joining us, DL Hughley.
Thank you
Welcome
for
to
having
Columbia.
me. Now, you know what? We have to say something to that weatherman. Nobody predicted rain today. So
I think they said it was going to be nice today. I think you might be right.
If you're wrong at your job, you get docked. So let's dock this man.
Half of his paycheck will go to you tonight. We'll make sure of that. So when did you start in comedy? When did you know that this was?
This is kind of what I've always done. I think things have always struck me as ironic. Like, I think that, especially now that there's so many things that, like, I was watching the Time Newsweek cover, and it was the woman breastfeeding a grown boy. Now, if a boy can stand up in a chair and breastfeed, then his milk should come from a sippy cup, not a C cup. If you could say milk, go to the refrigerator and get it. And then she adopted a black kid, a 5-year-old black kid, and breastfeeds him too. So usually when a black guy gets to suck on a white woman's breast, he's an athlete. But this is much better. This is better. This is South Carolina. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Bible Belt.
So you just kind of see things that strike you as like,
Yeah, I've always, I think that, I just flew to Qatar, which is, in the Arab Emirates. And I was on the plane, and I flew Qatar Airlines, and I'd never been on a plane with Arabic pilots. So it's a scary language to work up to. Like, you hear Arabic in the middle of the night on a plane, you don't think put your tray table up. You go, oh man, we got hostages. but it's just a different world, and getting a chance to go all over the world, even into large extent, different parts of the country, has just given me a comedic perspective. I think that's kind of just just really unusual. So I dig what I do, I always have.
We love to ask all of our celebrity guests for a little dirt. I know you've worked with a lot of people. You know a lot of people in Hollywood. Who's the coolest person you've ever worked
Charlie
with?
Sheen.
Really?
I worked with him on Scary Movie. We did a couple of movies
Oh, that's
together.
right. We all were on Scary Movie together.
The most professional actor, the most courteous professional cat I've ever been around. I mean, like, you know, he got high and chased hooker, but that's what you in show business for. But he was a wonderful cat to work with, and I just never understood why people got so worked up over
what he was doing. All right, anybody you don't want to work with again?
Who did I not like working with? There are a lot. I think one of a project that really, I was on Studio 60, and everybody loved it, but it was difficult. I loved everybody on the cast. You know, it was Amanda Peet, Matthew Perry, Aaron Sorkin was the writer and executive producer. But the hours were like 19 hours long.
Really?
Like, and I'm a comic. I'm used to working like 6 hours a week. So I was like, man, if I want to work 19,
go home.
If I want to work 19 hours, I get a job at the post office. But that was one of the more difficult situations. But I've had very few situations I haven't really thoroughly enjoyed.
And I know you were just talking about news or the breastfeeding cover. Is the political scene giving you a whole lot of material nowadays?
Well, let me tell you something. I think. Things are funny to me. Like I remember when Governor Chris Christie decided he wasn't going to run for president.
Right.
Would make sense because that dude just never ran a day in his life. If you could roll for president, he might win. You can't have a president. I know Republicans were upset, but the White House cook was happy as hell. Like the thought of making all that toast was giving him carpal tunnel. And I did like Ron Paul resigned today. I like Ron Paul. Anytime an old white cat want to stop war and legalize marijuana, I'm going to listen for a while. But Ron Paul, it was almost 80 years old. So the only job I want an 80-year-old man having is a greeter at Walmart. So that's pretty much all. But and I dig Barack. I think he's messing up black people's reputation. White people ain't even scared of us no more. I was behind a white dude 2 o'clock in the morning at the ATM. I went, boo, he went, whatever. And so it's an interesting political scene.
All right, we want everybody to come out and see you. He's performing tonight at the Comedy House at 8 o'clock and 10:30 tonight as well. Tickets are still on sale. The information's there on your screen. Comedy House on Decker Boulevard. Then 2 shows tomorrow as well, Saturday, 1 show Sunday at 8 p.m. And once again, tickets are still on sale. Thank you so much for stopping. We know you have a busy schedule.
And that weatherman we want to see,
we'll talk about his paycheck. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
How hard could it be to do wedding in South Carolina?
All right, stay with us. More Friends at 5 up after the break.
She was torn between the new steak glazed in a bold Chianti barbecue sauce and the new clam and sweet corn fettuccine. So she invited both to the table. Hey now, taste what's new before it's gone. Only at Romano's Macaroni Grill.
At Sumter Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, you'll get total satisfaction for a lot less cash. Test drive an all-new Hemi-powered Ram Tough Dodge 1500 and you'll see why everyone comes here to buy. Here for you today, tomorrow, and beyond. Sumter Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 2662 Broad Street Extension, Sumter, or online at SumterChryslerJeepDodge.net.
Those other dealers just talk, but he goes into action, and you get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Why should you take your family to see America's most beloved characters from everyone's favorite street? Because there's nothing like seeing Sesame Street live. Do something good for your family and make a memory that will last a lifetime. Experience Sesame Street Live, coming to a stage near your neighborhood.
Fun happens with Elmo's Superheroes at Colonial Life Arena, June 8th through the 10th. Tickets on sale now. Get your tickets today.
When I was overseas on active duty, I did all my banking online.
I find it to be very user-friendly. It keeps me up to date and very convenient.
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, and it's in a language that you understand.
The online banking is fantastic. It's a very helpful website.
It is superior. I do all my bill pay, transfers, anything I need to do, I can do it online.
Want better gas mileage? Come to Toyota's Save in May sales event and get amazing values from the company that offers more vehicles with a 40 combined MPG rating or higher. Right now, lease the new Toyota Camry for only $199 a month, the winner of the 2012 Best Resale Value Award from Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Plus, get Toyota Care.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
This is for all the movie streaming internet gamers. Enjoy all the things you love to do online instantly with Time Warner Cable. Say goodbye to buffering. Now everyone can be online at the same time, chatting, shopping, and streaming with our fastest internet. Call 1-855-718-4806 for internet plans as low as $19.99 a month and feel the freedom of instant gratification. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Spring was in the air and on the menu. Hey, gorgeous. The new juicy chicken Julia over a fresh vegetable ragu and goat cheese mashed potatoes. If this is what spring tastes like, summer can wait. Taste what's new before it's gone. Only at Romano's Macaroni Grill.
News 19 is brought to you in part by iMart Express.
If there's one thing you can expect on Friends at 5, it's that you never can quite expect what you might see next. So you know what? Prince Charles did the weather last week, and DL Hughley said anybody could do the weather. We thought.
Exactly, and he said South Carolina's easy to predict.
We'd put him to the test.
Absolutely.
So with your weather forecast today, our new meteorologist, DL Hughley.
I can't say meteorologist, but I can tell you, South Carolina, you can expect this weather front. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Now, I just told you what was going on in New Jersey. It's hot all this time. And it's going to be hot from now until September. Well, it will be less hot. Back to you, ladies.
No, you got more. Wait, look, you got more going on. Tell me about that front. Tell me about that front, DL.
All right, this front right here moves from a Republican area to a Democratic area. And over the middle of the country where nobody knows what's going on. And this weather right here is a lot of smoke, so I'm assuming Snoop Dogg is somewhere in that area. Back to you, ladies.
Oh, do we have another map for him, Jim?
Oh, yeah,
hey, we got more maps,
Let's see what else. Here we go.
The weatherman's getting me back.
Okay, we're zooming in on Florida and Georgia. You're standing in front of South Carolina, though.
I'm standing in front of South Carolina. So which way do I move?
You got to move. Go to the left or right.
Am I in South Carolina?
There you go.
All right,
now
I'm in Florida now.
Yeah, you're kind of over.
Man, I taste Cuban food. I am in Florida. So it's gonna be hotter in Florida than it is here, and probably another SEC title will come from there. That probably wasn't a good thing to say, was it?
Boo!
And it'll, you know how it is. It'll be hot, and this L means low.
Yes.
Right, and
Low
I'm
pressure.
assuming this area right here. Yeah, I don't know. That's yellow, so I'm assuming casinos are right here. And here's your weather forecast for the week. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. And these are the lotto numbers right here, so play those. And don't put the clouds behind me like I ate a burrito. Yeah. Don't do that. And 82 is your high in Winsburg. Is that right?
Yeah, Winsboro. You got it.
I usually stay away from places with burgs and boroughs. They scare me a little bit. But and
Camden's a good spot.
82 is in Camden, also South Carolina, and also New Jersey. So both dangerous places. Where's 57? That's Sumter, which has a great gospel choir, from what I understand.
All right.
So Sumter, that's why Jesus loves them. So that's why it's so temperate there. This is your weekday 7-day forecast. Friday through Saturday, it'll be 89.
All right, DL, we're out of time. You are fabulous.
Thank God.
We can see
Thank
you
God.
this weekend at the Comedy House. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
It's the massive inventory blast at Dodgeland and JT's Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We're going to set a record and sell 450 cars. If your credit is less than perfect, we can help. We know what it takes to get you approved. We go the extra mile. We've helped thousands of people with credit concerns drive away in a brand new vehicle. And with prices this low, you can't afford not to give us a shot. We're in your corner, and we're giving away 4 cars. Just come in and register. Dodgeland on Greystone, JT's Chrysler Jeep in Lexington, jtscars.com.
With unexpected bills, we needed cash.
I needed some cash like now.
So we took our car title to Title Max.
So I took my car title to Title Max.
Title Max turned my car title into cash. We won't have to sell our car. My car title was my credit.
Title Max charged me half as much as the other guys.
50% less.
Next time you need cash, take your car title to Title Max, and you too will say,
I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back with Title Max.
I should be arrested for crimes against potted plant kind. My house is where plants came to die. But it turns out all I was missing was Miracle Grow potting mix. It's got what a plant needs, even plant food that feeds them for up to 6 months. You get bigger, more beautiful plants guaranteed. Who's got 2 green thumbs thanks to Miracle Grow? This gal. Boom! Everyone grows with Miracle Grow.
The Save in May sales event going on at South Carolina's #1 Toyota dealer, Dick Dyer Toyota. Acres and acres of new Toyotas with discounts as high as $7,000. Choose from over 500 factory fresh vehicles with 0% on some of Toyota's most popular models. And as always, you're covered by our original lifetime warranty and the Dick Dyer $1,000 Advantage. It comes with the deal. Dick Dyer Toyota, just 20 minutes from anywhere, right off Killian Road.
Dick Dyer Toyota.
From News 19, this is Friends at 5 with Darcy Strickland, Andrea Mock, and South Carolina's weatherman, Jim Gandy.
It has been a wonderful day on Friends at 5.
Sure
I'm Andrea Mock. This is my friend Jen Bellamy, and we just had DL Hughley do the weather.
We did. And
that was not planned.
No, not at all. And he handled it like a pro.
He was awesome.
He did pretty good.
Hopefully, if you didn't get to see it, tell your friends about it. We will post it on our Facebook page. He's playing at the Comedy House all weekend long. Not that he didn't do a great job with the forecast, but we want you to really know what's going on with the forecast.
And everybody loves Jim Gandy.
We should probably check in with Jim Gandy. Jim, what's going on out there?
And it's particularly true right now because we've got another baseball game in tonight. And right now we've got just a few light showers over in the PD region, but they should not make it here. It should be dry right on through the weekend. Here's what we're expecting. Partly cloudy skies. It is going to be a bit cool tonight. In fact, we're expecting a low in the morning of 57 degrees. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow with a high of 83, then 57 Sunday morning with clouds starting to increase on Sunday, high of 82. More clouds on Monday. Only a slight chance of any rain at this point. Looks like the better chance for rain will be Tuesday and Wednesday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and high temperatures in the mid-80s. Ladies, back to you.
Oh, Jim does such a good job. We'll keep him. We'll keep Jim around. It's a big weekend, like we said, for USC baseball. Late last night, the LSU baseball game had to be postponed because of the rain, but they were able to make that game up today. Unfortunately, they lost 5-2.
Yeah, the teams are both ranked in the top 10 in the country, and this will decide the seeding for next week's SEC tournament, but also helping the overall national seeding when the NCAA tournament begins. And Reggie?
The national seed is really the big thing. That's really the big thing, what they're trying to do, because obviously the road to Omaha is so much easier when you can host both the regionals and the super regionals. Yeah, USC, LSU playing the first game of a doubleheader, and it got started this afternoon about 2:30 or so, and the skies cleared out. It was raining. It was kind of iffy this morning. If you woke up, a lot of rain, but it cleared out. And here you go, LSU in the top of the first inning. That is Jordy Snickerus with the RBI. Remember that name, Snickerus. He would come to factor later in the game. So it's 1-0 LSU. Top of the fourth, RB Fields. That's an RBI off Michael Roth. 2-0 Bayou Bengals at that point. But in the bottom of the inning, Carolina, which got their first hit of the game in that inning, 2 outs, 0-2 count to Joey Pancake, and he just lifts it just over the third baseman's head, but it's good enough for an RBI. LB Dantzler scores, and it's 2-1. Carolina with some momentum. But I tell you what, Kevin Gausman, the LSU pitcher, the righty, he had his stuff working today. He would go the entire way, allow 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and he struck out 6. Remember the guy, Jordy Snickerus, we just talked about? Well, here you go, top of the 9th inning. It's 3-1, Gamecocks trailing, and now it's 5-1 after that 2-run bomb. Carolina actually had a run in the bottom of the 9th inning, but it wasn't enough. 5-2, that is your final, and they'll try to even this series coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. And obviously you got to be doing a little bit of scoreboard watching. The players may not be doing that, but obviously with Kentucky losing last night, if Kentucky finishes, where Carolina does, let's say both teams were to win 2 of 3 in each series, well then Kentucky would win the SEC title. But it's really all about the national seeding, because that's what's ultimately going to determine. So much, a couple of years ago they went to Coastal. They were able to go to the College World Series, but you'd rather have the games here at Carolina Stadium.
How hard is it as a player after a loss today, 5-2, to then rally again and?
Baseball players have an uncanny way of just kind of flushing it, and if they get a great pitching performance from Forrest Kumis in the nightcap, then it'll be a lot easier. But LSU, they were very poised, and sometimes as a visitor, you have to wait a day to play, and sometimes it can kind of affect you. But they were pretty unflappable today. And Michael Roth didn't have a bad game, but it just wasn't up to his usual standards, and suffered his first loss of the year as well. So they'll try to bounce back in Game 7, and of course tomorrow. So
we want them to rally.
Well, yeah, obviously you got to root for Mississippi State to pull off another win against Kentucky.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
Reggie. And you know what? Gamecock fans, we know they are some of the most loyal in the nation, and this rain was not keeping the fans away from this baseball game. We will check in with the fans from USC in just a second, but here's our USC girl, Darcy Strickland. She is out at the Black Expo today.
Hanging out with some celebrities.
Absolutely, ladies. It's the Taste of Black Expo, Taste of Black Columbia, Black Expo 2012. I am so excited. I'm standing here with award-winning, Grammy-nominated artist Jonathan Butler. I said to him just a couple of minutes ago on a commercial break, since I'm about to interview you, this means that I can officially say now that I opened up for Jonathan Butler.
Absolutely. You brought your own microphone.
I bought my own microphone. That's how we do it at WLTX.
My background singers have to bring their own microphones. That's how it works.
Well, I don't think I'm going to do any singing tonight. I'm going to leave that up to you. You have a new project, and I tell you what, it has been born out of a lot that you've gone through over the last year.
That's true. That's true. But, you know, without the test, you know, we don't come out golden. So we need to go through some tests, and we come out like gold in the end. That's the purpose, and that's the plan.
I'm excited to say one of Columbia's own, Angie Stone, had a part in this.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, she, you know, we were just talking about her the other day. We were talking about our next tour for next year, and hopefully Angie would say yes, because we were just talking about just how fun it would be if she was on tour with us.
For the folks who are not familiar with your music, how would you describe it?
Well, I'm a South African, and it's all world music. It's wrapped up in soul, R&B, gospel, jazz, and world music, also from my homeland. So, you know, a little bit of Mary Makeba, all that kind of flavors, you know. For the young people who don't know Mary Makeba, you know, the older guys like myself, I grew up with Yuma Sekela, Mary Makeba, and Stevie Wonder, Hancock, Herbie Hancock, you know, George Benson. So the influences are wide, you know, but overall, I think it's just world music that I'm really, that's who I am, I think.
You know what, we're so excited to have you here, and honestly, music is one of those things that should not be talked about, it should be played. Do you mind playing something for us today?
I'll play a little Pata Pata, little Pata Pata from Mary Makeba. Did you turn my stuff off, guys? Y'all turned me off? What's going on? They turned us off. Our background says need some music. 1, 2, 3, Mary Makeba.
Sounds great out there.
So cool. Black Expo events going on all weekend long. We are actually going to be out there. WLTX has a table. We're going to be signing autographs. I'm going to be there tomorrow from 1 to 3-ish. You're going to be there
from 12 to 2.
And Darcy will be with me from 1 to 3. And then the morning girls, Nat and Amy, are going to be there before Darcy and I get there, but I'm not
Yeah,
quite
I think
sure
they're
the
going
times.
to be there as soon as it opens, maybe around the early morning shift. So
Moral of the
catch
story,
morning people.
someone's going to be there. So
Yeah.
come by and see us. We'd love to see you. Okay, there's something special about learning to ride a bike, of course, and that's why 2 Midlands kids entered a Facebook contest to win a bike of their own.
Now, they need special bikes, though, and you can't just pick them up at a store, and they could cost as much as $4,000. News 19's Clark Foraker caught up with one of the kids who's trying to be liked enough to earn a new set of wheels.
Watch out for Captain Hook.
Cameron Lloyd knows who the bad guys are.
Yeah.
But the 6-year-old,
Yeah.
with sister Kaylee, is trying to get a new set of wheels.
I said, vote for me very loudly.
A bike, to be more specific.
It's very, very awesome.
But the bike Cameron needs is a little different.
He has arthrogryposis.
Cameron's mom, Ashley McCoy, says her son was born with the condition.
He had it since he was born. He can't bend his elbows. He was born with club feet, dislocated hips, fractured leg. He had all kinds of issues.
He received special therapy from a doctor in Philadelphia.
He's never ridden a bike before, and I believe every child should be able to ride a bike. because he just wants to be just like everybody else.
Specialty bike like this one would have lower handlebars and be easier for Cameron to drive.
Just to be outside playing like a normal kid.
Just like have a steering wheel, it can go all the way just straight.
In Wedgefield, Clark Foraker, News 19, WLTX.
Such a sweetheart. The voting on Facebook has closed. Unfortunately, Cameron did not get a bike, but some good news. One Midlands little girl did win a bike through that competition.
Well, how to get to work every day. Today marks National Bike to Work Day, and thousands of cyclists and two-wheeled commuters across the country put their helmets on and left their cars in the driveway this morning. Here in the Midlands, City of Columbia's Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee and bike commuters planned a group ride from the State House. The percentage of Americans that regularly bike to work is growing. According to a 2010 survey from the League of American Bicyclists, more than half of 1% of American workers use a bicycle as their primary mode of transportation to work. And while some hopped on their bikes, kids at Satchel Ford Elementary School laced up their walking shoes this morning. The school held a walk-a-thon fundraiser and school-wide healthy lifestyle initiative. Kids walked a one-mile course lined with cheerleaders, water cannon showers, noisemakers, and even bubble blowers. Students spent a month training for the event by turning in weekly exercise logs. The grade level with the most hours logged won an ice cream party, and top fundraisers from each class also got to dunk a favorite teacher in the dunk tank. And the Columbia chapter of the National Alliance of Mental Illness is hosting a 5K walk tomorrow at the West Columbia Riverwalk Amphitheater. This is just one in a series of nationwide annual events aimed at raising awareness and breaking the stigma of mental awareness.
All right, we are shifting gears now. How many times do you walk past, drive past, or maybe bike past a building, but not even know the history behind it? We've been telling you for a long time now, the City of Columbia has been in talks for months to give new life to the Bull Street property that is owned by the Department of Mental Health.
But why does it have such a historic significance? News 19's Sydney Cummins joins us now with the answers.
I want some creepy ghost stories. I'm hoping for some creepy ghost stories.
There aren't any, but you know, I was out there today, and the buildings and the grounds are just really fascinating, and they do have some big names attached to them that add some of that historic value to them. When the property was first developed, our state was really on the cutting edge of treating patients with mental illness, and the buildings were designed to help with all of that. They had larger patient rooms, greenhouses for hortotherapy, and it said that the patient's room in the Mills building, that's designed by Robert Mills, a big South Carolina guy, they're actually angled so that the patients couldn't see the moon, because at the time they believed that that made patients worse, which is where the word lunatic comes from.
The Department of Mental Health grounds, the Bull Street campus, before it was really known as those names, were nonetheless a place that people were proud of. There were activities here, there were programs that were attempting to reflect the most up-to-date ideas in the treatment of mental health.
And I'm going to have even more on the hospital's history and all of the different buildings that right now are standing empty there.
And they, just looking at the video, it's incredible. I mean, the structures are beautiful. But how cool is that they thought that if you looked at the moon, you'd become more of a
lunatic. I never knew that. And that, lunatic, that's where that comes from.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sid. Okay, coming up next, your cell phone could be seeing a very big change, and not a good one. Many companies are now charging you for how much data you use. What exactly does this mean? We're going to have our tech expert break it down for you.
The estimated Powerball jackpot is now more than $90 million.
Going on now at Jim Hudson Ford Town. It's the Jim Hudson 2000. Jim Hudson Automotive is out to sell 2,000 vehicles in 60 days. And a portion of every sale goes to Harvest Hope Food Bank. Right now, we're marking down pricing on every Ford certified vehicle. They're inspected, warranted, financing from 1.9% APR, and used cars from $49.77. So you gotta race to Jim Hudson Ford.
If you want the best deal, you better get on down to Jim Hudson Ford Town.
Hi,
am News 19's Darcy Strickland.
And I'm Andrea Mock. We know the important role that educators play in our communities, and that's why News 19 and BILO are teaming up to recognize outstanding Midlands teachers with the BILO Golden Apple Award.
Visit any Midlands BILO store, pick up a Golden Apple nomination form, and tell us why you think your favorite teacher deserves the honor.
Join us on News 19's Friends at 5 every Tuesday and see which teacher receives the BILO Golden Apple Award.
Can you see the baby?
It's babies.
Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead till I won't.
For all the things that move you, we can help. Nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Want better gas mileage? Come to Toyota's Save in May sales event and get amazing values from the company that offers more vehicles with a 40 combined MPG rating or higher. Lease the new 2012 Toyota Corolla LE for $179 a month, the best-selling compact car in America. Plus, get Toyota Care, a complimentary plan that includes oil changes, roadside assistance, and more.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
With our best Infiniti selection of the season, there's never been a better time to get into the luxury brand known for standing out. Visit your retailer now at the Infiniti Limited Engagement Spring Event, featuring exceptional offers on all models. Lease an Infiniti G Sedan for only $289 a month. Infiniti, inspired performance.
Well, you might want to think twice before downloading more apps or streaming more songs. Verizon is making changes to its data plans, and they're going to cost you, but there are some ways to make the most of the data that you have.
All right, News 19 social media manager Derry London is here with tips on how to make sure that your bill doesn't go sky high.
Well, it's pretty easy because most people really don't know how much data they actually use on their smartphones.
I have no idea, yeah.
Exactly. So if you're like me, with the unlimited data plan I've got now, you haven't got, any clue what you're using. But you really want to pay attention to it because the next time, for instance, I want to go and upgrade my Verizon phone to get the new high-speed network that they're offering, that unlimited data plan is going to go away unless I pay the full actual market price for that phone. Not the discounted, with a 2-year plan deal. That changes everything. So one way to cut your data usage over the air with your cell phone is to start using your phone on Wi-Fi connections. You can set your phone to connect to Wi-Fi automatically in stores or coffee shops, sandwich shops, even at home and maybe even at work. So Wi-Fi, you got to make sure it's your new best friend because anything you download on Wi-Fi, it's not going to count against the data plan on your phone. And also, if you want to save that downloading that cool new app or ringtone or a full song, make sure you do that when you're at home just to be absolutely sure. Now, if you're uploading photos all the time to Facebook or Twitter or sending emails, streaming music, that's going to eat up a lot of your data plan as well. So save those tasks also when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Now, another step you can take is to figure out just what you're doing right now for data. Most smartphones actually, especially from Verizon, come with an app built into it called My Verizon. You take a look at that, you can see how much data you've used since your last bill. Now, visit the tech section at WLTX.com to go through these whole tips when you're at home later on and get yourself taken care of.
Very interesting. I didn't know that when you were on Wi-Fi. I had no idea that when you were on Wi-Fi you weren't getting charged costs.
Yeah, it's great. You can configure your phone to automatically connect every time you walk in at home, and then boom, you're off the cell network or wherever else. Panera across the street from work every day.
Or in WLTX, we've got a lot of Wi-Fi around here.
Exactly.
All right, sounds good.
Gary.
You're welcome.
All right, coming up next, what are the best and worst paying jobs in America? Is your career on the list in a good way or a bad way? We'll look after the break.
Toyota Center must sell 250 pre-owns this month, regardless of profit. Buy Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs starting at $69.90. Plus, get a warranty at no charge. Toyota Center in West Columbia, where we always give you more for your trade.
Ah, that's Melissa. She's like my soulmate.
Okay, that's a photo of a server at Captain D's. And the ones before it, they were all of fish.
How embarrassing.
Okay.
I totally forgot the sides.
I'm gonna sit over there.
When you love seafood this much, it's gotta be D's. Try our new $4.99 Surf and Surf baskets, featuring your favorites like butterfly shrimp, crab, and our new lobster bites. With fries and hush puppies for just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
I got hush puppies.
It's an event so big, we couldn't keep it all inside. Nissan's National Tent Event is back with 500 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers. Now, save up to $36.50 on Altima or up to $2,500 on Nissan Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer. Hurry, when the tents come down, these deals will end.
Go ring the bell, see if anybody's home.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sorry, wrong house.
With Alarm Force's video relay, you can be there from anywhere. Get a video relay even if you have another company's home alarm.
Call 1-800-267-2001. Alarm Force.
Only one full-size pickup has better V8 fuel efficiency than Ford, Dodge, and Toyota. Dare to compare at your Midlands Chevy dealers. Silverado delivers 22 highway MPG, plus the lowest cost of ownership, a stronger powertrain, and all these special features. Get 0 APR up to 60 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash, or get up to 5,500 total savings. See Love, Herndon, Capitol Jones, Ferry, Wilson, Prothrow, Stokes Trainer, or Heritage Chevrolet.
This sensation salad is so good.
I want a bite of your egg roll.
So sorry. We really should do this more often, you know? Oh.
The Zensation Salad is back. Chicken fingers on mixed greens with crispy wonton strips, topped with Asian slaw and drizzled with a honey sesame sauce, served with a delicious veggie egg roll. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
Toyota Center must sell 250 pre-owns this month, regardless of profit. Buy 2011 Camrys for $16,990. $16,990. Plus, get a warranty at no charge. Toyota Center in West Columbia, where we always give you more for your trade.
Call 776-5000. AIA is yours today.
All right, what are the best paying jobs in America? It turns out sporting those scrubs and white coats in the operating room bring in bigger paychecks on average than wearing suits and neckties in the corner office.
That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Employment and Wage Estimates Survey. Here's a list of the best paying jobs in America. Anesthesiologists are at the top of the list with an average annual pay of nearly $235,000. Surgeons, obstetricians, oral and maxillofacial surgeons, and orthodontists also make the top 5 highest paying jobs.
Meanwhile, some of the worst paying jobs in America are in the food service industry. You can guess that 6 of the 10 lowest paying jobs are in food preparation and serving related occupations. We all did that once in a blue moon. I'm glad I don't have to deal with angry customers anymore.
Well,
as a waitress. Okay, we are talking about the best burger in Columbia. We asked you to go to our Facebook page, WLTX on Facebook, and tell us what it was. And we got a lot of different answers. Carmen Crump says Logan's Roadhouse Burger, deluxe burger to be exact, is the most delicious. Britt Risher says Rockaway's all the way. We got a ton of people saying Polly's Front Porch.
Yep.
And Meredith Williams says Ike's in Spartanburg. I wish we had one in Columbia.
Yeah, we had a few chatters chime in too, and someone said the Cookout Steak Burger and Park Central or Central Park Burgers in Sumter, and someone else said some of those good burgers that you make yourself at home.
Meanwhile, Southern Living Magazine came up with a list of the best burgers in South Carolina, and they say among the best burgers in the entire state, 2 of them are right here, Polly's Front Porch and Henry's Bar and Grill made the list.
So our Facebook friends know what they're talking about.
Like I said, I'm all about that. I want you to go to Polly's Front Porch and have that Isle of Palms burger. Oh, they also have with the pretzel bun. They also have one though that has deep fried pickles.
Really?
On the burger. I mean, can you go wrong with a deep fried pickle?
And I do like pickles. I don't know. I haven't had a fried one.
Come on. All right. When we come back, you've heard of a rain delay. How about a bee delay? What does it look like? It looks like this. How did they solve this problem at a baseball game? We'll tell you.
At Midlands Honda, it's the Upgrade in May sales event. We're spending $2 million to buy 300 trades in May. Now's your chance to upgrade in May. Pay off your loan, lower your payment, all with 0 down. It's the Upgrade in May sales event, only at Midlands Honda.
You guys really make it easy.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad we could help you out, Kevin.
The low monthly payments will definitely make a difference. Thanks.
Call us if you have any questions. We're here 24/7.
That's good, because my life is complicated. Bye.
There's never a bad time to call Safe Auto for state minimum coverage.
Turn to the right.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO. State minimum coverage, maximum savings.
Number 4.
When you're injured in a serious accident, there is so much to think about. Medical bills, family, home, job. If you've been injured, call Johnson, Toll & Batiste, a law firm that has provided legal services for more than 35 years. Johnson, Toll & Batiste, the name you know, the firm you can trust to handle your legal problems. Large enough to handle the difficult and complex cases, but small enough to maintain the personal touch. Johnson, Toll & Batiste, experienced attorneys committed to getting the right results and the right compensation.
If you're ready to get more from your TV service, now's a great time to get AT&T Uverse TV. Make the switch.
Call now to get AT&T Uverse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included. Get HBO and Cinemax free for 3 months. Plus, ask about next day installation at no extra charge.
With Uverse TV, you can record 4 shows at once with a total home DVR that lets you play back, pause, or rewind your shows from any room. Even upgrade to over 170 HD channels. That's more than cable.
Call now to get AT&T Uverse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included. Plus, get HBO and Cinemax free for 3 months. Order now and ask about next day installation at no extra charge.
With Uverse TV, you get the ultimate viewing experience with 100% digital picture and sound.
AT&T Uverse TV like you've never seen before.
At Sumter Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, you'll get total satisfaction for a lot less cash. Test drive an all-new heavy-powered Ram Tough Dodge 1500 and you'll see why everyone comes here to buy. Here for you today, tomorrow, and beyond. Sumter Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 2662 Broad Street Extension, Sumter, or online at sumterchryslerjeepdodge.net.
Those other dealers just talk, but he goes into action, and you get a great deal and total satisfaction.
Upgrade in May at Midlands Honda. We've got $2 million and we must buy 300 trades in May. With Columbia's largest selection of used Hondas, Toyotas, Hyundais, and Kias, now's your chance to upgrade. It's the Upgrade in May sales event only at Midlands Honda.
Real-time closed captioning of this program is provided by a grant from the state of South Carolina.
Okay, we just had a rain delay last night at USC, but this was a different kind of delay in the baseball game. It was bees.
Take a look at this. Giant swarm of bees delayed Thursday night's Diamondback-Rockies game. It was all the buzz at the ballpark, and the bees had to be sucked up by a giant vacuum before they could start the game again.
Isn't that hysterical? They're like, I know how to fix this. Let me get out my vacuum cleaner and suck up those bees.
I would never have thought. I would just ran.
Just run in the other direction.
Far away.
All right, it's a great weekend to be in Columbia. You have the Black Expo going on, and DL Hughley, our new friend,
That's
and
right.
Jim's new friend, not really,
competition,
is playing at the Comedy House. That's going to do it for Friends at 5 today, though. News 19 at 6 starts in just 1 minute.
Columbia is a city where things stand out with a unique beauty all their own. Some blossom with color, others sparkle in the sunlight, and some link their heritage of beauty with the style of today. Sylvan's Jewelers presents the unique beauty of this 18-karat white gold silk pave pendant by Hearts on Fire. Absolutely breathtaking. Visit Sylvan's Jewelers today. Always the best. Main and Hampton downtown.
It's Kia Mania at JT's Kia.
Everybody's going crazy for JT's Kia. Ariel, we make it so easy.
Sorrento and Optima are huge sellers.
Better gas mileage than Honda and Toyota, better warranty, and they're going to move at my price.
What kind of price?
Sorrento, $159 a month. Optima, $139 a month. You won't get that anywhere else. Shop the competition if you want to, but you're going to end up here anyway, and we're giving away a new Soul.
Everyone can afford a new Kia. Killeen Road I-77, jtskia.com.
Tonight on News 19 at 6 now, the Gamecocks open up an important three-game series with the LSU Tigers. We've got highlights from Game 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader. And ethics complaints against the governor, why members of the House want more time to look into the allegations. And a meat recall to tell you about tonight. It's going to make you want to check your freezer. News 19 at 6 starts now.
Now, from the station that's on your side, this is News 19 WLTX.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us on a Friday. I'm J.R. Berry.
And I'm Darcy Strickland. I'm live at the Taste of Black Columbia. We're at the Columbia Museum of Art in downtown Columbia. So excited. There are more than 25 local chefs cooking food that is really going to be pleasing to anybody who comes down. Everything kicks off tonight at 7 o'clock. And everything here is just a little bit